fear and greed, and because you obviously have had that momentous greed moment that you can't deny.
Yeah, yeah.
You've also had that horrific fear moment when things
Yeah.
are going. So, you know, for somebody setting out, just sort of describe that.
The pain. Well, I think it's proven that the emotional impact of losing money is double that of gaining. So I think the fear is a stronger emotion than greed. So it is definitely more painful losing money than making it, than the equivalent pleasure of making money. So I'd just say don't underestimate the emotional impact, and try to, try not to, don't trade with money that you can't afford to lose, because, it will play on your emotions. I think everyone who's in the markets can't help but have emotions, but don't let your emotions dictate your decisions. You can feel the emotions, but don't act on them. Just stick to your plan. So I'd say have a plan. Make sure you stick to that plan. Is important.
What separates winning traders from losing traders?
I think primarily it's probably discipline, like having a plan and sticking to that plan. I would say there are a lot of factors, and you've got to have a winning strategy to begin with, and then you've got to have the discipline to stick with it. You've got to have the emotional strength to deal with trading, which is not particularly easy, and it is very difficult. It's I don't know. It's probably a combination of factors rather than one individual thing. I think a lot of experience is probably very important, because you need to give yourself enough time to make mistakes, to learn how you should be, what works for you. So I think experience is probably the number one thing.
So what's the most important single bit of advice you'd offer anyone who's interested in becoming a trader like you?
That's a very good question. I think trade with real money, but don't trade with money that you can't afford to lose, would be my first bit of advice. Secondly, I would advise to learn about technical indicators. So go onto the internet, learn about technical indicators, and then don't expect to succeed overnight. It'll probably take you about 5 years of making mistakes, losing money, getting really frustrated, and don't give up. There'll be numerous times you think this is just impossible. It's impossible to make money on the market, so I give up. So just keep going and keep trying new things until you find something that works for you. That would be my advice.
Do you have a favourite trading rule?
My favourite trading rule would be plan your trades and trade your plan. It's a bit of a cliche, but have a strategy and stick to it. That would be my number one. And no one ever goes broke taking a profit. That's another one that I quite like. But just have a plan and stick to it would be my number one.
Follow up, Ed Sikota says everybody gets what they want from the markets. What do you get from the markets?
I personally get satisfaction that I'm doing something that's mentally stimulating and challenging. Every day you don't know what to expect, what the market's going to throw at you, and it's a sense of achievement in achieving a positive return over a period of time. It's a sense of satisfaction that you're growing your money, and in the case of Indo, also growing your followers' money as well. So it's the challenge really of consistently beating the market is very difficult, but at the same time, it's rewarding.
Do you feel a sort of degree of responsibility as you become a successful trader, knowing that you have these followers?
Yeah.
Do you think about that?
Yeah, very much so. Yeah, now I've started to get some followers. People are actually giving you real money to trade with. That's quite a responsibility. So, but basically, I trade my own account as if it was my own, as if as it's my money, and as if I had everything, my life savings in it. That's how I trade it, because the discipline of Indo enforces that as well, because if you go over 25% drawdown, you go back to being a street trader. So there's every incentive, and also, yeah, you do feel a responsibility when you're managing other people's money. You don't want to be reckless. You want to treat it as if it was your own money. Absolutely. You wouldn't want to do any trades with other people's money that you wouldn't do with your own money. That's the way I look at it.